Bale transfer blocked, Messi forever, Pepe to Arsenal, City replaced Sane, and a transfer roundup all coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host Matt Froelich, you are the Onefootballers, and this is the Daily News. First up, and Gareth Bale and Zinedine Zidane have both been left furious that Real Madrid president Florentino Perez has blocked the Welshman's departure to China. Last night it looked as though he would complete a 3-year deal worth £1.2 million a week, only for the transfer to be blocked at the 11th hour. Now, it's not quite often that you see a transfer that annoys both the manager and the player when it doesn't go through, but such is the situation at Real Madrid that this has happened. Of course, it has been the greatest weekend for Zidane as he watched his side lose 7-3 to rivals Atletico Madrid in a friendly on Saturday. So this will only further his annoyance with the boardroom at Real. It's been said that Perez obviously didn't want to lose Bale on the free transfer, so why did they even entertain the idea in the first place? Of course, they want to get Bale off the wage bill, but they don't want to lose such a valuable player where they could probably get between 60 and 80 million from him from a European team. Of course, he should have thought about this before he let Bale discuss the move to China. So with the Chinese transfer window closing on Wednesday, with Real Madrid not really wanting him and not many clubs being able to afford him, it looks like Bale will probably end up staying at the Bernabeu. But away from Real Madrid and to one of their rivals, Barcelona, who are willing to give Lionel Messi a lifetime contract. This doesn't mean that he'll go on playing forever. It just means that should he want to experience something new outside of Europe or even retire, he'll be offered a job as a coach or an ambassador at the club for the rest of his life. A similar deal was given to Andres Iniesta before he decided to move to Vissel Kobe in Japan. And with Lionel Messi's deal running out in just 2 years' time, the president Josep Bartomeu has admitted that they are planning for life without Messi. As for what he'll actually do if he continues to play but leaves Barcelona, he has said in the past that he'd love to play for Newell's Old Boys, his former club in Argentina, and there were also rumours, although just rumours, that David Beckham wants to bring Messi and Ronaldo to his newly formed MLS team Inter Miami FC. Of course, this won't be happening at the moment as Messi still looks on top of his game and he'll be preparing his side to try and take on Europe once again this season with the aim of winning back the Champions League trophy that he's won 4 times. But next up to some Premier League transfer news, and over the weekend Arsenal agreed a £72 million deal with Lille for their winger Nicolas Pepe. Now, we mentioned on Friday that there were 4 teams interested in the Ivorian signature and Arsenal wasn't actually one of them. It seems they've come with a late swoop to disappoint Carlo Ancelotti and Napoli and agree a deal which could see him move to the Emirates as early as Wednesday this week. Now, for those of you wondering how on earth do Arsenal have this much money to spend if they couldn't afford to spend it on Wilfried Zaha? Well, firstly, Crystal Palace wanted way more money up front. As for the Nicolas Pepe deal, Arsenal have offered it over the next few years. And secondly, Arsenal were not telling the truth about their transfer budget. I say they weren't telling the truth, they just never said anything in the first place. All these rumours that were flying around about Arsenal only having 45 million to spend were absolute rubbish, and in the long run, it's actually paid off quite well for them. The Gunners now headed to every transfer talk with a potential club, with them thinking that they only have a few million, 45 to be exact, meaning they're not going to be asking for too much money. Well, on the flip side, Arsenal definitely have a load of money. They're a massive club. Their chief executive did come out and say that they don't have as much money as people think because they have spent a few years in the Europa League, but they do still have enough to bring in a few more transfers, with Pepe on the radar as well as Celtic fullback Kieran Tierney. And next up to the Bundesliga, where Niko Kovac, the Bayern Munich manager, is very confident of his side's ability to do a deal for Leroy Sane. It's been rumoured that the German winger is ready to leave Manchester City, and Pep Guardiola has said that if the player isn't happy, well, he's free to go. Whether or not Bayern can stump up the reported £110 million is yet to be seen, but if it does happen, Manchester City have already eyed up a replacement. In Mikel Oyarzabal from Real Sociedad, they're willing to pay £75 million to bring the Spanish winger in. This is his release clause, and what it means is that Sociedad will have to try their best to keep their star player at the club. After Xavi Prieto retired last season, he has become the jewel in their crown and everything good about the team. But if a massive club does come in, pays his release clause and offers him a deal which almost doubles his salary, you can't really blame him for leaving. Despite the fact he signed a new deal last year to 2024, it looks like they may end up losing one heck of a player. He did, of course, impress as the Spaniards won the Under-21 Euros this summer as well. And lastly but not least, we come to a roundup of the rest of the day's transfer rumours. First off, Wolves are closing in on a deal which will see them sign Patrick Cutrone from AC Milan for around £20 million. Watford are in talks with the Rennes over their winger Ismaili Sarr. Hoffenheim have signed record-breaking Dutch striker Robert Sko, and lastly but not least, Paulo Dybala has said that he's willing to stay and fight for a place in the Juventus team, all but putting to an end of the rumours linking him with a move to Tottenham or Manchester United. So what will happen to Gareth Bale and where will Pepe fit in at Arsenal? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Smash the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later.